Okay, staying at Ludlow. This is a chase version of the Starters Orders Qualifying Championship. So it's a 2 mile 3 furlong, 0 to 110 chase. Number 1 is Motown, 2 is Fetish, 3 Dancing Champ, 4 Alabama, 5 Bleak House, 6 Strategic Driftwood, 7 Mutanaka Phillips, 8 is Laciego, 9 The Mora, 10 Mr. Ms, 11 Miami Pharaoh, 12 Buffalo Soldier, and 13 again Made in Europe. Here at Ludlow, the rain seems to have stopped now. And we're looking to qualify for the chase version of the Starters Orders Championship. So it's the grey Laciego that's going to take us along, or Laciego, into the first. With a slow jump, a couple of sticky jumps in the rear, Bleak House. But it's Laciego that's going to lead them into the second. First of the greys took it better than the second grey, Dancing Champ. The rest of the pack are fairly well together here into the third. One skips over that. Nice big fast jump by Alabama. And the centre of the course, one just bringing up the rear in the dark silks is Buffalo Soldier. But it's Laciego that leads us by 2 into the ditch. We'll take that quite well. Another really big slow jump from Buffalo Soldier at the rear. So it's Laciego. Leads by 2 from Alabama. And the chasing pack is probably further 3 behind, led by Mutanaka Philip, Made in Europe, Strategic Driftwood, and the grey Dancing Champ. And inside of that is Mr. Ms. And we've got the Mora, Miami Pharaoh, Motown, Fetish, and Buffalo Soldier. But Laciego leads them 2 to 3. From second place, Alabama. There's a couple of lengths ahead of the rest. So it's Laciego. Take this slight turn here. We take the 5th. Everybody's over that. A slow jump at the rear by Fetish into the 6th. One a poor dive at it there by Laciego. Didn't take that too well. And we've got Alabama. Laciego gets over that one a little bit better. These fences come thick and fast down this back straight here at Ludlow. And they're into the 8th. On a poor jump there by Alabama, which has demoted him down into the chasing pack. But it's still Laciego that leads us past the grandstand and the finishing post. And they take the water there. No one gets over that. So it's 3 greys that are 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. That's Laciego, Dancing Champ, and Strategic Driftwood. And length back to the Mora in green. And we've got Alabama, Made in Europe in purple on the outside of that. And Mutanaka Philip. We've got Miami Pharaoh and the yellow silks out wide. Inside of that is, screen going a bit dodgy, the weather getting bad. Motel, Bleak House, Mr. Ms, bringing up the rear is Fetish, and we obviously lost Buffalo Soldier at the last, which I didn't miss. I apologise, you might have been out of shot. But it's still Laciego that leads them. Dancing Champ and Strategic Driftwood, and the silks closest to us. We take the 10th, Fetish at the rear was rather slow at that one. Trying to wants to tag on to the end of the pack or into the 11th. Some quick jumps there by the leading trio. And on the outside making some good ground is Made in Europe. And we're over the 12th. We lost one there. Bleak House went, unseated his jockey. But it's Made in Europe that's taken this up as they approach the 13th. So it's Made in Europe from Strategic Driftwood, Laciego, and Dancing Champ. They all get over that ditch on the dip. And it's Made in Europe that leads now and heads for home. 4.5 furlongs left to travel, 4 left to jump. It's Made in Europe from Strategic Driftwood. And we've got Laciego that seems to be going backwards now. It's like an Italian tank with 4 reverse gears. It's Made in Europe that leads from Strategic Driftwood in second. Then we've got Alabama under pressure in third. Dancing Champ the ground, the fence also trying to make up some ground. Then we've got Miami Pharaoh slightly wider. Then the green silks of the Mora. Behind that is Mr. Ms. Laciego still going backwards. Mutanaka Philip, Motown and Fetish are out the screen. A great big jump there by Made in Europe. It's given him a 5 to 6 furlong lead inside the 2. They take the 15th. They're over it. It's Made in Europe. He's got to skip over 2 more. Let's see what happens. He's 5 to 6 lengths ahead. He gets over that ditch, but they're chasing hard. The Mora, Miami Pharaoh, Alabama, Strategic Driftwood, Dancing Champ. They're all closing the gap on Made in Europe. A couple of slow jumps then. We lost one. Poor Dancing Champ went, but it's Made in Europe just hanging on here from Miami Pharaoh, Strategic Driftwood. Miami Pharaoh just gets up there. What a sharp finish. I forget here at Ludlow we haven't got long after that final fence. Made in Europe, who was leading, gets pipped at the post. by a Miami Pharaoh, which I think's a serious chill horse, or maybe a Moylets Surfer. Between the two, I'm going to go for Moylets, and it is Moylets that takes it. Good one there for the Germans. Second was Made in Europe for Martin Needham. Third, Strategic Driftwood for David Robertson. For them.